morning. It is Monday, September the 13th. Your first local with Heidi and Colette. We hope you had a great weekend. Over the weekend, there was the 20th anniversary of 9/11, which you and Dan and Kevin put together a nice montage. And, you know, we're going to do something a little bit different this morning. We weren't with you to honor that day here with you, so we'd like to share this with you right now.
September 11, 2001 changed lives all around the world. The attacks on the Twin Towers, Pentagon, and a plane crash in Virginia will forever be ingrained on those old enough to remember that day. As residents of the Twin Saults were going about a normal Tuesday morning, at 8:46 a.m., American Airlines Flight 11 crashed into floors 93 to 99 of the North Tower of the World Trade Center, killing everybody on board and hundreds inside the building. As word began to spread, individuals marked the moments in their memory where they were when the world stopped turning, and have shared many of them with us.
I was managing for ExxonMobil at a mobile on-the-run station in Rochester, New York. I was listening to Howard Stern describe what he was seeing in New York City, live on the air.
Clearly difficult to tell.
We're under attack.
What type of plane that is, but it's a horrific scene.
All right, we've just been told also, Michael, sorry, the New York Stock Exchange is being evacuated.
I sent my assistant manager home to grab a portable TV. We had to do the tinfoil thing to get stations to come in. We sat there in awe of what we were watching. I remember corporate faxing us a memo to watch our underground tanks. I had over 30,000 gallons of gas in the ground that day because I had just gotten a delivery overnight. We didn't know if more places were going to get hit. I did my bank deposit, went home, and drank wine with my roommate glued to the TV. I remember how eerie it was driving past the Rochester airport with no planes flying in the air during their grounding. There was an American flag draped over an overpass bridge with "United We Stand" spray painted on the overpass. I cried every day on my way to work when I saw that sign for quite some time.
Those who started their day by watching TV were soon inundated by images of the towers being struck and collapsing.
At home with Good Morning.
Thank you very much. And before we hit some local news and update you on what happened over the weekend, we're going to throw to Craig for the weather update.
Very much. I hope you had a great weekend, everyone. We have a great day today. It's going to feel actually a little like summer because we're going to see temperatures around 20 degrees. But we're going to start off by taking a live look at our shot down by the river. I think we're going. There we go. And it's a beautiful morning in the Sault. This is the look at the electrical dam on the other side of the river, the Sault, Michigan side. But we do have a blue sky day today, plenty of sun, warm temperatures, and then we start to get some unsettled conditions coming in for, well, most of this week. We'll take a look at the 12-hour forecast for today. This morning, just beautiful sunshine. Temperature's a little cool. It's going to take a little while to warm up, but it's going to warm up to about 20 degrees this afternoon. Going to start seeing some clouds roll in late this afternoon into our evening and definitely during the overnight because we do have a very active front coming in during the overnight into our Tuesday. I will tell you more about that coming up in the 3-day forecast. Right now, sending right back to Studio A.
Well, thank you for that, Craig. You know, always good to kind of check in with the weather right off the hop, knowing that we'll come back to it a few times just to get the long range and all the rest of it. We did have some fires that had transpired over the weekend. Most recently this morning, shortly after 3 a.m., fire services responded to a large multi-story business on Bay Street. Upon arrival, crews were able to locate a fire on the 5th floor of the Quality Inn, and guests were evacuated from the building quickly as the crews worked to put out the fires. One of the guests that we were able to speak with said that they were supposed to start work at 5:30, but that he couldn't envision that happening after such an unscheduled wake-up call. So the firefighters actually were still on scene for at least 2 hours, clearing smoke, checking for extension of the fire, as well as cleaning up and packing up their gear. So guests were allowed back into the hotel around 4:30 a.m., and we will continue to keep you up to date on this story. And then Friday, starting the weekend, late Friday afternoon, there was Services did respond to a fire in Hayden, Rupert Acres. It was a grease fire that was located in one of the trailer homes there. The family in question did end up losing everything. Literally everything. So there has been, predictably, Sault Ste. Marie and surrounding area does tend to be a very supportive community in times of crises. So ever since that moment, there has been an outpouring of support. However, as can be imagined, there is a long way for them to go. The community has found some temporary housing, some of the items that they will need just to manage their day-to-day lives. But in speaking with one of the victims, she says obviously they are still struggling. And she identifies that it's mostly clothing. In this moment, they are unable to change into clean clothes. So for her children, some clothing has already been donated. However, the essentials, showering, which they have managed to cover, but basically, again, it comes down to clothing, right? Because those that weren't destroyed now obviously have been infused with fire smoke. So basically, if you are able to make a contribution, they are looking for women's clothes, sizes small and medium. This is also posted to our website, so if I do go too quickly and you are moved to help, you can check this out on SiouxOnline.com. So again, women's clothing sizes medium and small, men's clothes large, pants size 32/34. They have two boys ages 3 years old, so they're looking for 5T or size 6, a 6-year-old boy wearing size 7/8 clothes, and a 12-year-old girl who wears a ladies small. Also looking for shoes and footwear. Women's shoes size 6/7, toddler size 8 in boys, men's size 11, and boys size 12 and 13. So Boomer Brado at the Esquire Club also has graciously allow his place as a depot for the family. If you are from the Hayden area, you can take donations to 1 Cedar Court in the Rupert Acres Trailer Park. The family already has plans to donate back to the community anything that they may not be able to use as they start their road to recover from this incident, this horrible tragedy. And financial donations are able to be made through the Red Cross. So they did have 3 dogs. 1 dog did survive the blaze, so dog food and toys are also greatly appreciated.
Thank you very much. In addition to what's going on, some locally advanced polling ends today. We have posted information on how you can vote. You should have received your registered voter card in the mail as of Friday. If not, go to Elections Canada and on the website, and you can register for that as well. They will, on that polling card that they sent you, they do have the location in which you may go to vote. Mm-hmm. We're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we're going to talk about and recognize the first female officer, Constable Lois Beckett. I apologize, Lois. We are going to talk about some things that happened over the weekend, such as a car show that we have some great stuff from Dan. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
Family owned and operated, A.G. Quinnell Well Drilling has been serving Sault Ste. Marie and surrounding area since 1968. For a free estimate, call 705-779-3909. A.G. Quinnell Well Drilling, available for all your water needs. 1944, 2nd Line West, Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. A.G. Quinnell Well Drilling. Call 705-779-3909 for a free estimate today. First Local, supported by Tenaris Algoma Tubes. Kickstart your career. Tenaris is rapidly growing in Sault Ste. Marie and looking for individuals interested in rewarding production and technician roles. If you are ready for a progressive career opportunity with benefits in advanced manufacturing, then please send your resume to resumes@tenaris.com.
First Local, supported by The Refinery, the leader in women's fitness and transformations. 624 Wellington Street West in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. Call 705-255-8895 for more information. Good morning and welcome back to First Local Mornings. It is Monday, September the 13th, beginning of the first full week of back to school for many families. So I hope that the kidlets that you are involved with had a good Thursday, Friday, getting oriented in their new school settings, and fingers crossed that everything remains stable.
Yes. So, Sioux Police is recognizing their first woman officer, Constable Lois Beckett. On National Women's Day, they want to recognize the first woman officer in Sault Ste. Marie Police Service history. And here you will see this awesome picture shared on our website as well on September the 12th. Constable Beckett was sworn in as a policewoman on September the 5th back in 1949. Unlike their male counterparts at that time, women in Canada were not given rank as constable. When joining the police services in 1962, this policy changed and women officers can now be referred to as constables. Well, isn't that nice of them? At the time of her retirement in 1991, she had served more than 42 years as a police officer, which is the longest tenure of service by a woman officer in Canadian history. And I wanted to share that with you this morning first, off the hop, to get the vibe going positive in the studio today. What do you got?
Well, there was, again, attached to my appreciation for the community and their rally of support, their shows of support in times of crises. There was a fundraiser held over the weekend in support of 3 injured motorcyclists. And despite the weather, they were very pleased with the turnout. It was Brian Nadon, the chairperson for the organization, which was formed in support of the 3 motorcyclists who were injured. They did provide us with some information. So this had to do actually with the 3 motorcyclists who were injured back in July. Before the event, they had already raised about $10,000 in donations, and they were hoping to raise another $10,000. So in this moment, we are able to provide you with the update that one of the injured motorcyclists is actually now out of hospital, and another was hopefully able to be out soon. So we do have some footage that Dan Gray has captured from this car show that was held in support.
Antique Cars met Burley Motorcycles for a fundraiser over the weekend. Brian Nadon was one of the organizers for the event and told On TV what it was all about.
Support some injured riders that were severely injured in an accident back in July. Right now, just basically a group of friends that came together to organize the event to help support the families as they're going through their rehabilitation and whatnot.
Of the 3 riders injured in July, 2 of them remain in hospital. Organizers would like to thank the multiple businesses who helped make the fundraiser a success. For Sioux Online and On TV, I'm Dan Gray.
Thank you for that, Dan. He was certainly busy over the weekend covering various community events. So, we are lucky to have him. Yeah.
Thank you very much. We just wanted to mention that on Friday we were waiting for Marie Warren-Strom to come into the studio, and there was a little bit of change in plans, so we do apologize for that on Friday. We didn't forget in the throw to I showed your interview with the myeloma that you were going to talk about for
Bob
this
and
weekend,
Linda, yeah.
Which I don't know if you've got time, or we want to run into that right now, but
sure.
We just didn't want anybody to think that we were losing our minds on Friday.
No, last minute cancellation.
Yeah, it was a last minute thing, so we do apologize for that.
Yeah.
However, something amazing took its place, and
That's right, yeah. So I was fortunate to be able to spend time speaking with Linda and Bob Jack, both of them working very hard to raise awareness for, although multiple myeloma is the second most common form of blood cancer, in being diagnosed, Bob Jack did discover that there is very little that is actually known about it. Linda, his wife, did share with me that she does feel that, as a collective, we are very close to achieving an effective cure. But in this moment, the best that is available are some therapies that can help an individual manage the condition. Correspondingly, there is an annual march that is held in Sault Ste. Marie, as well as across Canada, to continue to sort of raise the awareness for this condition, as well as raise funds to develop, to move us closer to a cure, to develop more effective therapies. And that, obviously this year, as with many other events, the march was moved to a virtual platform, and that actually allows some of the teams to march at different times. So this weekend, Bob and Linda Jack and their team of warriors did do their walk, and that was held on Sunday. And Dan actually did pop out to provide some additional coverage as they are actively fundraising. I have posted an article to the website with all relevant links. You can continue to make contributions towards the cause through the links that are posted at SiouxOnline.com. Mike, do we have that footage? Okay, awesome. So take it away, Dan.
The 11th annual Sault Ste. Marie March for Multiple Myeloma took place Sunday afternoon outside of Echo Bay. Bob and Linda Yog hosted the virtual event from their home, where they walked the 5K. Linda took a little time to explain about multiple myeloma.
Multiple myeloma is the second worst blood cancer, and it is a terrible cancer. 9 Canadians are diagnosed daily with it.
Bob has a few words for those who may also suffer from this type of disease.
Well, you know what? Tag on to people you know. Tag on to people like your children or whoever it is. You need help. You gotta have help. And if they can help, even in the slightest, psychologically it'll bring you up and it'll keep you going.
Although faced with an incurable type of cancer, he wanted to say one thing to his supporters.
Hey guys, thanks a lot. You're wonderful.
For Sioux Online and on TV, I'm Dan Gray.
Thank you very much, Dan. Over the weekend, the bylaw took place about the shopping carts, and we did bring this to you a few weeks back with regards to how important, and you know, we joke around about the things that I've done in my past and sitting on committees, but actually I did sit on one like this, and it's very important to protect the cars around you and also to protect what the store owners have. They tried to implement the quarter, and actually back in Hamilton, it's a toonie to get a buggy to go shopping. So I think 25 cents here is pretty worth it. So when you do that, make sure you put it back in to get your money back. But on top of that, the ownership has now been placed on the business owners themselves to have a plan and practice in place ASAP in order to correct all these missing shopping carts. Now I know if some of you guys are watching and you're in an apartment building, as I once was living in an apartment building, I did find it easy to unload my groceries, bring them back up and that. So I understand it, but I also understand the flip side to it as well. This is a new bylaw. Business owners have to provide customers with shopping carts, but they also have to provide the city engineering's department. I do believe that's the department they're working with, Public Works and Engineering it is, yeah, with a plan and procedure in place on how to retrieve those carts. Basically outlining a person or people who are going to go around the community in a radius and have them back. If they don't, the store will be fined. So this is posted to our website entitled Shopping Cart Law Bylaw Now in Effect.
Okay, put your carts back. Okay, so we'll go to our local numbers. I'm coming down from what I declared to be a plaster on Friday. We'll go back to the Band-Aid. On Saturday, Algoma Public Health did report 2 new cases of COVID-19, both located to Sault Ste. Marie and area. Both cases, number 446 and 447, are reported to be self-isolating. It is believed that the cause of exposure is close contact. Good for you for declaring. So in the past 14 days, the Algoma region has seen positive cases from Sault Ste. Marie, North Algoma, and Central and East Algoma. So again, at this moment, rolling totals show that we have administered 164,286 tests, out of which we have confirmed 447 cases. 14 of those are considered to be active, with 1 case a non-Algoma resident. In this moment, nobody is in hospital. And 117 cases have screened positive for the variants of concern.
Okay, Algoma Steel on Friday had to come out and talk about the positive cases. They are saying that they don't know which department the infected steel workers worked in late afternoon of Thursday. Sioux Online was made aware of this ongoing COVID situation. Now, Brenda Stenton is the comms manager at Algoma. So thank you, Brenda, for communicating all the data and facts back to us. And what she says is that they are currently isolating at home. They will be cleared through their medical department for their safe return to work. As far as I understand it, Heidi, I'm pretty sure we did cover this, is that they do testing to their employees as they walk in. They do follow all the protocols and rules there. They're not too sure where these two workers, where they were in the plant and how it's been exposed.
Nope.
They are looking into it. Thank you, Algoma Steel, for getting back to us on
Yes.
that. And that was just a quick refresher as we did speak about it on Friday.
For sure, and we will continue to keep you up to date on this evolving situation. Okay, so we'll move into something a little bit lighter. How about some board walking, some botany, some bird watching, and Gooley Bay?
You know I love birds, so.
That's why I was hitting those high notes just for you.
Can't wait.
Yeah, I know. So, this is coming to us from one of the McGuffins, who are well known in the community for their love of nature and things natural. Okay, so Joni McGuffin did provide us this fabulous article. I encourage you to go to the website to read it. She was spending some time walking through the Francis Hilb Preserve. And Francis Hilb, of course, was an anyway, okay, so Joni McGuffin is walking with Sue Meads, and Sue Meads is a local expert botanist. In the article, they identified sundews, pitcher plants, dozens of other plants known by Latin names, whether they were characterized as insectivorous. Ooh, there's a word, I like that. Sun-loving as well as aquatic. So they talked, in the article, they talk a lot about the wetlands and how they are fragile. They are incredibly important ecosystems that need both protection and more public appreciation. Okay, so to achieve both of these goals, of course, the McGuffins and team have spearheaded the Lake Superior Watershed Conservancy, which has recently received a provincial Great Lakes Local Action Fund grant. Okay, so they have spent the summer improving the access trail, adding a boardwalk extension to span the wetland to the lake shore, constructing a raised platform for an expansive view of Gooley Bay. Because really, if any bay was going to have an expansive view, it ought to be Gooley Bay. Very beautiful environment.
Okay.
So benches, platforms, so go check it out sometime. It's well worth the trip to Gooley.
Before you go to Gooley, check out our commercial break. We'll be right back.
First Local, supported by the Canadian Bush Plain Heritage Centre, where adventure takes off. First Local, supported by Gary Chervinsky, Exit Realty, Lake Superior. Buying a home is a big decision, so is choosing the right agent. Call Gary Chervinsky, broker at Exit Realty, Lake Superior, 705-257-5432.
When I found out I had cancer, it was the hardest day of my life. But life is bigger than cancer.
First Local, supported by United Way. Help make your community a better place. Show your local love and donate today.
I'm Sonny Spina, your Conservative candidate for Sault Ste. Marie, and I believe that Canada's best days are ahead of us. You know, the global pandemic has shattered the notion that you must live where you work, and people in Sault Ste. Marie now have access to employment from all across the globe. Canada's recovery plan is all about getting our economy booming again and bringing the rising cost of living under control. We will support small businesses and make historic investments in public health care to help our neighbors who are struggling with mental health and addictions. On September 20th, I'm asking for your support so that together we can secure our future.
Welcome back. It is Monday. We gotta love Monday. September the 13th over the weekend. That was the 20th anniversary. It's September the 11th. Heidi and Dan and Kevin, you did a great job putting that montage together. We did play it in the beginning. Maybe, Mike, if we have a chance, and I'll give you a heads up, we can maybe go out with it at the end of the show in its entirety, because it's about 4 minutes long.
Yeah.
And you guys did a really nice job to that. So we definitely were... everybody remembers where they were on September the 11th. I was on a treadmill at Good Life Fitness, and I let you know that treadmills don't stop quickly. It actually let me slow down, so that was good. And then that was the last thing I remember. And then driving home from there through Hamilton at around 5 o'clock, so that's not busy at all in Hamilton. And traffic lights road and everything like that. Where were you?
Well, I was in bed because I was still working restaurant then. So,
gotcha.
But I do remember whatever I was watching being interrupted and seeing the footage of the crash.
Yeah.
And just having that moment of like, what am I looking at? Like, is this a movie? What am I looking at
Very
right
odd.
now? With having no context and hadn't heard any of the.
Yeah.
So. Up to that point, in our lives, in my life, I hadn't seen anything like that enacted on anything that was part of Western civilization. Never really been very kind of keeping my finger on the pulse of anything kind of warlike or political.
It was
but
pretty
that was
scary, though.
Thrust right into my consciousness. So.
I am single mom. Connor was like 18 months or 14 months. I'm like, well, how the hell am I going to feed him? What do I do now? Luckily, I had a gas stove in my apartment, so I was happy to be able to warm up his bottle. So there, good mommy.
Yeah.
Anyway, on a treadmill. So that's how we remember those. But I'm not making light of the situation. I'm just trying to prove a point that you do remember where you were that day, and your montage does go into that. Also, the sky that night. I remember sitting outside and you could see stars for the first time in Hamilton ever. No pollution. I mean, from the steel plants, all this stuff coming up was still coming, but couldn't see it with all the lights off. So tonight is Monday. Today is Monday, all day, in fact, the last time I checked. And that means City Council is gathering. Dan Gray will be collecting the main meat stories, and we'll have these out to you this week. I'm going to follow up a few myself. A couple highlights on the ticket this evening include vaccination policies, a plaza pre-spend, and mixed in with scheduled conversations around a Welcome to Sault Ste. Marie initiative, and our addictions and mental health capacity in the city. All good things. Not good things, all good things that are finally on the list on the council's agenda items that we will bring to you. We want to remind you that you will be able to watch the council meetings on Sue Online or on TV and on our Facebook page. So if you'd like to join and hear what's going on in our city council, and I do encourage you to do so, please tune in to On TV and Sue Online.
Okay. I have a story that will fit into that minute, Mike. So here we go. So shortly after 4 p.m. yesterday, we did receive notification of an incident that was ongoing in the east end of the city. Upon arrival at the corner of Wellington Street East and Elizabeth Street, so reasonably busy sort of intersection, it appeared as though paramedics... Wellington and Elizabeth Street is right where Trunk Road kind of transitions and becomes Wellington, which is probably...
the hockey rink's right there.
Yeah, there's like the John Roads, and there's like the Esso station right there.
Yes, put it in hockey rink terms, and that's where I can locate myself around the city.
Well, and I mean, as somebody who's a relatively new resident of the Soo, it's part of the horror of learning the Soo, right?
Absolutely.
Because we've got...
Your name changes way too often for the
Well, the highways do transition into actual names, so there it is. There you have it. Anyway, there was a collision. Paramedics were seen tending to an individual in the grass along the side of the road. A commercial vehicle was also seen with its four-way hazard lights deployed in the intersection. Paramedics left the scene with no patient, and police were observed interviewing witnesses to the incident. We do not have more information on that in this moment. What is available is posted to our website, and we will continue to bring you information on this situation as we receive it.
Thank you, Heidi. When we come back, we're going to talk a little bit about $230,000 spend for a plaza that
Nobody wants.
Nobody wants.
Nobody wants it.
We're also going to talk a little bit about what's going to happen to Heidi when she doesn't buy her lotto tickets.
I did buy my lotto ticket. I have it.
Okay, but there was another big win in the Sioux that we want to bring to you. That happened on Friday. We just want to, let you know, congratulate another big winner. But we'll have no winning tickets for Saturday. So, okay, you didn't tell me about a ticket.
I did buy a ticket, and actually I have it on the agenda to let everybody know, save your money, because I've got the winner.
God, I hope so, because your win is my win.
Absolutely.
We'll come back, we're going to hit up...
Taking everybody with me.
That's right. We come back, we're going to go back to Craig for a 2-minute weather forecast. Wicked weather on the weekend, especially up near the Elliott Lake area that Craig did update us on the weekend. So thank you, Craig, for doing that. And we're also going to jump into social media. And I hope you have some factoids for me today.
Yes.
Yes. We'll be right back.
First Local, supported by Maker North, 3D printing, laser cutting, 3D design, education, prototyping, and more. Maker North, whatever it takes.
You don't need a media monkey to make healthy choices. Think for yourself. A message from Concerned Children's Advertisers.
First Local, supported by Nogda Windeman Family and Community Services. Be an alternative care parent. A child needs you.
First Local, supported by Northern Safety and Training, locally owned and operated. Get your DZ training for only $2,000, tax included. Call 705-987-8460 for more information.
Good morning and
Yes,
welcome back to
what a
First
good
Local
one it
Morning.
is.
Today is Monday and it feels like Monday. In fact, Monday I'm pretty sure kicked me out of bed this morning. So it is Monday, September the 13th, first full week of school for the kiddies.
Yeah.
And here we are with you. I am out of coffee, which, probably surprises you given the size of my travel mug. But
You haven't had that one out since you first got here.
Yeah,
I like that one.
I am budgeting. I will not allocate more funding to Tim Hortons in this moment. Not until at least the 20th when I get paid.
I know. I said, Connor said that to me the other day. He's like, why do you have to stop for coffee when you should make your own? And it was one of those, why the hell is my kid so much smarter than me at 20 or 19? Like, it just sucks. Like, whatever.
Well,
my only answer to him was, that's what I did. Anyways, Craig, do I have to make that face when I hear the weather forecast? What's it going to be like?
And thank you very much. And a very cool start to our Monday, but we do have some good news because we're going to see our temperatures bump up to about 20 degrees today. It's going to take a while though. We'll take a look at the satellite and we can see this system right here. This is a trailing cold front from a low pressure system that came through yesterday and giving southern Ontario some active weather yesterday. This cold front won't come here. We are watching a system out back right around here. That's going to be coming in later on today into our overnight and definitely into our Tuesday, giving us a very big soaker for Tuesday. We'll take a look at the radar just to show you that active front here. So again, we don't have to worry about this. We have some warmer air filling in behind this cold front because there's two low pressure systems. One is with a warm front, and that's what's going to be coming in for our day tomorrow. Let's take a look now at the temperatures. 19 degrees, 20 degrees later on this afternoon, 17 in Wawa, and 18 in Sudbury. We're all going to see those temperatures rebound into the 20s. Let's take a look now at the system map for today. So here's that low pressure system I'm telling you about that's going to be coming our way for later on tonight, mainly during the overnight. For our day today, we're looking pretty sunny. Some warm temperatures because we do have high pressure in the area, but that high is going to go back to the north, and it's going to allow this low pressure system to come in, give us some very unsettled conditions, but very warm conditions as well for Tuesday. We're talking humidex values around 27 degrees, so not bad. Let's take a look at the 3-day forecast for today. We're going to see mainly sunny skies once we get rid of some morning cloud, 19 to 20 degrees for our high. You might even feel a little warmer than that for 18 for Tuesday, but we're also going to see the humidity work its way in, and that's going to feel closer to the 27 degree mark as we see pretty much an all-day rain for Tuesday. It's going to start Tuesday morning and pretty much last right into the evening. And then Wednesday is going to leave us with some cloud, but not bad. Temperatures still around 20 degrees, and we're going to hold on to those 20-degree temperatures even right into next weekend. So it's a pretty warm week for September. That is your weather right now. I will be back at the end of the show with an update. Right now, we're sending it right back to Heidi and Colette.
Thank you very much, Craigers. I hope you had a great weekend. But yeah, like I was saying, the Elliott Lake, my dad called me. He's like, I hear you're having some rough weather. I know there was tornado warnings up in the Elliott Lake area. So, yeah, beauty. Didn't affect me much. I was inside.
Yes, well, inside is always a strong choice when you're not sure. You know what? Emma asked me a big question. My 6-year-old asked me a big question the other day.
Well, I bet she did, my little Emmy.
This little voice from the back seat of the car said, Mom, have you ever known, or have you ever not known what to do? Well,
holy hell.
I said, well, attached to what? Like, what don't you know what to do about? And she said, no, just...
It was an all-encompassing.
Like, an all-encompassing, like, sometimes I just don't know what to do. And I said, well,
Emmy.
In the absence of knowing what to do, the best choice is to do nothing at all. Do the next best thing. Do the next right thing. I said, so when you don't know what to do, have a glass of water.
Did she accept that as
yourself.
An answer?
Have something to eat. Yeah, she gave it back to me last night. She was like, Mommy, what's wrong? And I just said, well, like we were talking, right now I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
And she said, well, then you should do nothing. Have a glass of water.
I love her. I call her Emmy because I think she's an award.
She is an award.
She is awesome.
What a prize.
Yes, she is amazing.
Yeah.
We do have to rip to a commercial, I think, right, Mike? We have 2 minutes to a commercial, and then we're going to do some social needs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
Mike, how are we doing on those factoids? I got the factoids to Mike a little bit.
We can go for your factoids. I kind of did one this morning.
Okay,
if you don't mind.
let's do factoid number 1 then. Okay. So this date in 1958, I want to talk to you about Cliff Richards. Okay. So Cliff Richards, he was making his television debut on Jack Good's Oh Boy.
I was going to say, wait a minute.
And
Cliff Richards didn't look that good as far as I remember. Come on, let me see.
Okay, but look at those sideburns.
Excuse me, don't you see a Johnny Depp type of look there?
I do see Johnny Depp, but listen, this is serious, and the sideburns are important because he was to make his debut on Jack Good's Oh Boy, and he was to perform a number called Move It. However, before he was allowed to appear on the show, Cliff Richard was ordered to remove his sideburns.
Come on.
I'm not...
Wait, like Velcro? What the hell?
Has anybody ever seen that episode of The Simpsons when Mr. Byrne buys the ball team, the Isotopes, and he stacks it with like Major League Baseball players? He's on Darryl Strawberry. Cut those sideburns, Strawberry. So anyway, so it has happened. So there you have it. 1958, Cliff Richards. Cut those sideburns, Richard. All right.
Quite impressive. He looks so similar to Johnny Depp.
And I think that, that was shocking enough that we might have to now go to a commercial.
Yes, we definitely. Our heart is racing. We are pulsating. We have some little beads of sweat to drink. And we need to gossip.
Makeup.
I didn't get a chance to gossip with Heidi this morning. So, a lot has happened since last night, since we last spoke. So we'll be back in a minute. Okay?
All right. Okay.
First Local, supported by James Seaton Mortgage Specialist. Your new home doesn't come with mortgage advice. I do. Call James Seaton Mortgage Specialist, RBC 705-975-1519.
just once in a while at parties and stuff. If that's what your kid says, they'll probably also tell you that it's not a big deal. But that's no reason not to talk about it. You could tell them that you think that's a good thing and that you're really happy they don't use it that often. Then ask them why. Maybe deep down they know it's bad. They just need your help realizing it. From there, it should be pretty easy to drop off the hint that their brain is still growing and that they shouldn't smoke pot. At least not until they're older.
Visit drugfreekidscanada.org for more tools to help start the conversation.
Good morning and welcome back to First Local Mornings. It is Monday all over the place, September the 13th. You are here with Colette and Heidi. Mud of coffee, and I don't have any more made at home. So if anybody is out there and would like to sponsor a coffee, this girl would love one. Extra large, double, thank you very much.
3 almond milk, 1 sweetener.
3 almond milk, 1 sweetener, also extra large. If they have anything that's bigger, bring it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just the whole thing.
Social media, Jim Whitty, Mr. Whitty, beating everybody to the punch this morning. 4 exclamation points. I don't even think I have the caffeine for that, Jim. I got to be super honest. Don't abuse me with 4 exclamation points. I'm going to try. Morning. There you go. That's what you get.
That's
Jim,
good. That's
yeah,
good.
well, you know, it's at least it was only 1 word. If I had to kind of bring that to a bunch of words, it would have been far more difficult. So, all right, Jim Whitty, question, what is a tree's least favorite month? And the answer is September.
September! Nice one, Jim.
Kathy Ramsey, good morning, Kathy. She says good morning.
Morning.
Margaret McKeag bids all a good morning. Good morning to you and yours, Margaret. Bradley Evoy, good morning, everyone. 3 exclamation points and the peace sign, which you can see, but I feel the need to comment on some of it. I'm not entirely sold on this showing the comments on the thing because...
Why?
Because I like describing the emojis, I'll be honest. I'm a little controlling that way, but anyway. Oh. I can also play ball, and when the powers that be say we're putting it up on a screen, they're putting it up on a screen, and I'm just going to roll with it. All right, okay. Enika.
Morning.
Morning to you, Enika from the Netherlands.
Do you think we should say good afternoon to Enika?
She's told us before what the time difference is.
I know Scotland's 5 hours ahead. So I'm going to go anywhere between 5 and 7 hours ahead you are.
Okay. You are? Is it like a Yoda sort of thing? 5 to 7 hours ahead.
I feel that you are about 5 to 7 hours ahead.
All right. What?
I don't know what's on your
Marilyn Trumbull.
Stop talking to Mike. Don't worry.
But you skipped over a bunch.
Okay. I'm going to shut up and leave it to you two. Let's go.
Okay.
Good morning, afternoon, Enika. We'll leave it at that.
Oh, I see. Jim Whitty, good top of the morning, Mr. Evoy. Jim Whitty, morning, Hydette and Calliope. Hello.
Morning.
Bradley, good day, Mr. Whitty. Marilyn Trumbull, good morning, beautiful ladies, and everyone else. I had to bring it up there a little bit because of, the 4 exclamation points.
Great inflection, my friend.
And 2 offerings of the great huge tracts of land. Yes, indeed. And she gives you 2 poops as well. Oh, so poop.
I love poop.
Yes, and moving right along.
Just trying to make you smile on Monday, everybody.
Kim Seabrook, good morning all, with a little pink smiley. Good morning, Kimberly.
Good morning, Kimberly. I feel like I have to say it like you.
Kimberly. Yes. Jim Whitty, on second morning this morning, we will talk to a sausage expert. The links are in the description. Sausage.
And
sausages. Yes.
It's sausages last night.
Joseph Bertrand, happy Monday, everyone. Happy Monday, Joseph. I meant to tag you because I saw somebody, how on Facebook they can ask a question or ask for recommendations?
Yeah.
There is somebody in the community actively scouring for somebody with 3D printing capacity. I'm going to go and try and find that and send that to you. And I did get your email, I did get your message. I will follow up today.
Also, I just want to mention, I want to eat whatever he's eating on Fridays. Joseph Burt, he posts those Creation Corner pictures of what he's eating.
Croatian corner.
Wow,
Strong
I
choice.
have never eaten at Croatian corner.
Yeah.
I just
Nice.
saw it. I didn't even know where it was located until most recently.
Tight little cabbage rolls.
Tight
Very
little
nice.
cabbage rolls. Well, they look delicious. What you posted on Friday, so I think maybe we'll hit that up. We'll do Whopper Wednesday and Croatian corner Friday. Oh, Monday's starting to heat up.
Yes. Karen Bridges, good morning, ladies.
not
Good
till
morning
payday.
to you, Karen. Steve Childs, good morning, all. You know, with coffee and rocking the horns.
Do I see a poo emoji?
No.
Oh.
No.
Steven.
Those are 2 cups of coffee.
Oh.
All
Not
right.
poo emojis.
Merci beaucoup says, have a great week, everyone with a heart. You know what, merci, I want you to have a great week as well. May this be your greatest week yet.
That's nice, Heidi.
Well, I'm nice.
She is nice.
I know. It's an affliction sometimes. Can we do the second factoid, Mike? Just because my time is running out.
Let's do it, baby. Do
All
it.
right. So this day in 1960, it was all about, early rock
I was
today.
just trying to think. Whenever you start with the year, it gives me a second. I want to pause for a second and be like, okay, where are we going with this? And then
So say, where was I in 1960?
Who
Right.
was the big thing in 1960?
That's right. Okay, so we're going to look at a gentleman by the name of Ray Peterson. So,
Wouldn't have guessed
Ray
that at all.
Peterson is known for a song called Tell Laura I Love Her. Very melodramatic, like very, tell Laura I love her.
Oh, did she?
Yeah. So, and predictably, it was fraught with sadness. There he is.
Yeah.
So a campaign was actually started in the UK to ban the American hit Tell Laura I Love Her. The song was being denounced in the press as likely to inspire a teenage, quote-unquote, glorious death cult. Okay. The story told of a young, lovesick youngster who drives in a stock car race to win the hand of his sweetheart. He crashes and just before dying, groans out the words of the title. Heartrending. But I mean, it's not alone. I mean, that was kind of the culture, right? Like highly melodramatic songs. There are a number of them that we could speak about.
Like
that one in
we've got a
particular-
couple of minutes. Let's think of some. Let's sing it. It's
Well,
got to be
this-
some in Dirty Dancing.
Well, not in
like
the vein
that.
of this.
Not like that, though.
Like you think of, oh my God, Eddie Vedder did it most recently.
Oh,
What is
where,
it?
oh, where
Yeah,
could my
Last Kiss.
baby be?
Who did that first,
The
though?
Lord
Somebody
took
did that
No,
first.
it doesn't matter. Eddie
Anyway.
Vedder is the reason I breathe sometimes. So.
Well, I don't know. I think it was an abuse of his talents myself. I mean, the song, it just, to me, it was the wrong vehicle for Eddie Vedder, although
Really?
he is, yeah.
I think Eddie Vedder could sing the alphabet in any language he wants, and I would swoon.
Well, yes.
I love Pearl Jam. That's Pearl
got-
Jam for everybody else who's
Yeah,
wondering.
Pearl Jam, for sure. Eddie Vedder, very handsome man who likes to sing with his eyes closed, which I find dreamy. But anyway, that's a different thing.
It's not so much his looks that I really actually don't find him that physically appealing. I just think I'm a big Doors fan, and he reminds me of Jim Morrison. I'll be honest
give you
with
that,
you.
for sure.
And the way
Yeah.
that he pours his lyrics into his ability to write into his lyrics. And I don't know if you saw when he was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, Neil Young was supposed to induct Pearl Jam but couldn't make it. So they had David Letterman induct Pearl Jam, and I'm also a huge Neil Young and Letterman fan. So I just feel like Eddie and I are like, maybe he's my twin. Maybe I lost. I don't know. Anyway. So David Letterman inducts him. He comes out, and the first thing that he says is, in his very red voice with his eyes kind of like this, and he looks up. My wife, she's the one that holds me together. She is the string. She holds my string. I'm the balloon, and she pulls me down to make sure that I'm kept grounded. And he owes everything is to his wife. And Eddie Vedder, what a good man.
Good man.
Just throwing things to the wife. No, he just reminds me of Jim Morrison. So.
Well, one last thing then before I sally forward. I don't know if I should do the Ontario numbers from yesterday.
Yeah, why don't you? Yeah, that's a great idea.
And then you'll have to talk about the negative test requirements to attend a Blue Jays game.
I can handle that.
Okay. So Ontario yesterday reporting fewer than 800 cases. In fact, the exact number would be 784 new infections, which was down from 857, which were reported on Saturday.
Yes.
So of the new cases, 602 of those are in individuals who are not fully vaccinated or in whom the vaccination status is unknown, while 182 are fully vaccinated. The rolling 7-day average of new cases now has dipped to 712, so gently trending in the right direction. 289 people are hospitalized with COVID-19, and this does not include individuals in ICU. 184 of those are in the ICU.
Okay.
That doesn't make sense at all. Reading.
It's turning my head.
Be careful what you put in front of her. She will read what's
right
there.
Do not put certain things on the teleprompter. You'll read them as is.
So 107 individuals are on ventilator. They are, categorizing that the information is incomplete, as many hospitals do not report on the weekend.
Okay.
And anything else that is relevant will be, of course, available on our website.
Absolutely. Okay, Heidi is... Okay, Heidi, thank you very much. And I am going to, when we come back from a commercial break, going to talk about a radio broadcast approved for secondary sports here in the Sioux, what the city wants to spend $230,000 on that you won't be here to comment.
Pre-spend.
And I can't even, I can't do this story without you.
No,
it hurts my heart.
Have to hold it over till
Okay,
tomorrow.
I might do that.
Because
and we're going to talk a bit about another COVID stuff, and we're going to end with that beautiful video that you and Dan and Kevin put together before we head out. But I will be right back. Stay tuned.
First Local, supported by Rick Mooney, sales representative for Street City Realty. Sold, the sign you want, Rick the realtor you need.
Every day, people in crisis need someone to answer their call for help, to let them know they're not alone. Whenever people need someone, the Canadian Red Cross is there, on the phone lines and the front lines, around the world and here at home. But none of it would be possible without people just like you. No matter who you are, you have something to give. You can be that someone with the Canadian Red Cross. Learn more at redcross.ca/someone.
First Local, supported by
Tammy Ovey. Are you looking for an agent who confidently knows the culture and community of Sault Ste. Marie? Call Tammy Ovey, 705-971-0171.
Rollers Bocce is now open, located downstairs at the Marconi. If you're new to bocce or love the game, Rollers is the place for you. Grab your friends and family and let the good times roll. Book your court today at rollersbocce.ca.
Good morning. Welcome back to First Local with Heidi and Colette on this absolutely beautiful Monday, September the 13th morning. I would like to thank Dan, everybody who worked so diligently over the weekend so that we had a lot of stories to bring to you this morning. We do have several more that we want to update you on, but hey, we're running out of time. But before we go into that 9/11 montage that I was referring to, let's go over to Craig and find out what the weather's going to be like for the next few days.
Well, today is going to be a very nice day, so get out and enjoy it because tomorrow is not going to be so nice. We have a lot of rain coming our way for tomorrow, but today, just clear skies and some sun. We'll take a look at the 12-hour forecast just to remind you. We're heading towards 20 degrees. Keep in mind, 18 is our average temperature, so we're above average today, or at least by late this afternoon. We're going to start seeing the clouds come in late this evening now. It's not going to, we're going to have a beautiful evening, and we're going to see the clouds fill in later on tonight, giving us a lot of rain and maybe even thunderstorms for our Tuesday. So we'll have to watch that for you. That's your weather right now. Sending right back to Colette.
Thank you, Craig. Do appreciate it. Before we throw to the 9/11 montage, which we have about a couple minutes, I wanted to go over a few more stories. I'm sorry, I can't go over that story for the $230,000 until Heidi's back for us to discuss. But it was posted on Saturday, September the 11th. So if you haven't had an opportunity to read that, please go and do so. 2 or 3 little housekeeping items before we end the show for this morning. Radio broadcast has been approved for secondary school sports here at the HSCDSB as well as the ADSB. They're pleased to announce that the agreement has been reached with both school boards to provide an internet-based radio broadcast of high school sports beginning with football and girls basketball games. They do this at the post-secondary level. So it's awesome that we're including this as secondary. It also helps get those kids who are interested in broadcasting perhaps as a future to go into it, because let me tell you, broadcasting, journalism, communications media is the place to be. Due to COVID-19 restrictions and upon the recommendation of APH, both boards agreed that at this time, spectators will not be allowed at sporting events. So they're bringing you it through radio. So great idea, great pivot, and keep up the good work. Now, we are going to end the show today on an extremely well put together 9/11 montage by Dan and Kevin and Heidi, and as well as the production team here at On TV. Again, we were just talking about where you were on the 11th of September. This did happen 20 years ago, but also on this day 20 years ago was my niece's birthday, so I do wish her a happy birthday as well. But over to this beautifully put together montage by On TV, Sue Online. We'll see you tomorrow morning.
September 11, 2001 changed lives all around the world. The attacks on the Twin Towers, Pentagon, and a plane crash in Virginia will forever be ingrained on those old enough to remember that day. As residents of the Twin Saults were going about a normal Tuesday morning, at 8:46 a.m., American Airlines Flight 11 crashed into floors 93 to 99 of the North Tower of the World Trade Center, killing everybody on board and hundreds inside the building. As word began to spread, individuals marked the moments in their memory where they were when the world stopped turning, and have shared many of them with us.
I was managing for ExxonMobil at a mobile-on-the-run station in Rochester, New York. I was listening to Howard Stern describe what he was seeing in New York City live on the air.
Clearly difficult to tell. We're under attack. What type of plane that is, but it's a horrific scene.
All right, we've just been told also, Michael, sorry, the New York Stock Exchange is being evacuated.
I sent my assistant manager home to grab a portable TV. We had to do the tinfoil thing to get stations to come in. We sat there in awe of what we were watching. I remember corporate faxing us a memo to watch our underground tanks. I had over 30,000 gallons of gas in the ground that day because I had just gotten a delivery overnight. We didn't know if more places were going to get hit. I did my bank deposit, went home, and drank wine with my roommate glued to the TV. I remember how eerie it was driving past the Rochester airport with no planes flying in the air during their grounding. There was an American flag draped over an overpass bridge with "United We Stand" spray painted on the overpass. I cried every day on my way to work when I saw that sign for quite some time.
Those who started their day by watching TV were soon inundated by images of the towers being struck and collapsing.
At home with Good Morning America on the TV, they broke to start airing everything. And it was so surreal. When the second plane hit, my heart broke. My thoughts were immediately to all of the innocent people in those offices, their families, confusion, trying to wrap my head around what the hell was happening. It was a terrible day, full of tears that didn't seem to end.
Edward Anderson was an active member of the U.S. Navy on 9/11.
I was in Norfolk, Virginia on board the Samuel E. Morrison FFG-13 with a team doing a pre-transfer inventory. Some of us were in a storeroom below an office and were called up. We watched the first plane slam into one of the towers. Then a video came up of the second plane. We watched a few repeats, and then I had the men go back to work.
Of the nearly 200 responses we received, many were from the children of the day.
Grade 8 math class. We all went into the library and rolled out the TV and we watched the news.
I was 16, in class at school. They turned all the TVs on, including the ones in the classroom, and I watched the planes hit the Twin Towers.
Grade 11 gym class. No one knew what happened until break. Then word was around the whole school after the second one hit. After that, we were sent home.
I was 10 years old and had just started grade 5. I had just gotten to the schoolyard at St. Bernadette, and we found out over the PA system about it. We were very saddened.
By 10 a.m. that morning, the reality was starting to kick in, and the world had changed. Sue Online and on TV wanted to take this time to remember, along with our contributors, may we never forget.